What is up, YouTube? Sorry I haven't been on for a while. Haven't had anything to make any videos about, like modern day things and stuff like that. Anyway, I am to do this video about a review for the Newsmy or newsmy T9 8-inch tablet from Newsmy. Always keep boxes and stuff. Anyway. Here's what the box looks like. Newsmy right there. As you can tell, well, I don't. Anyway, it's an Android tablet. 512 megabytes of RAM, which is very slow for some tablets. Android 4.0.4 and Google, I guess. Anyway. I was told this had an HDMI port, like an actual HDMI port. Let me just say off, it doesn't. It doesn't have any way to connect it to a TV whatsoever, not unless you buy one of those, well, I don't know if it would work, but an AV cable to like a 3.5mm to AV or something like that. But yeah, it does not, as I know of, you cannot connect it to a TV. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm saying. Anyway, let's start off by showing you the back. This isn't tape or anything. It's actually plastered onto the case, the back case of it. So it says Newsmy T9 3D game, Android, G sensor, and modifier. And then right here is the TF for the TF card. I have one installed right there. Reset, which means if it gets too laggy or if it's lagged out, you just press that little button that restarts it. And DC 5 volts, which it has two charger ports, the micro USB and that little round charger. And by the way, this does come with a USB USB OTG. And hold up. Right here, USB-C and my flash drive. If you hear growling in the background, that's my little puppies play fighting. They do it all the freaking time. Anyway, plug this in here. Like so, and you can just plug it on in there. I'll read too. This goes for USB keyboards, mice, other USB devices that come in handy. And right here down at the bottom it says made in China. And then back on up here, it's got a USB for the USB micro USB, and the headphone port, for jamming out to music, and the power button. Now up top, this button right here is a great button, I think. It's like a little convenient back button, even though it has an on-screen back button. But yeah, and then V plus for volume up, and V negative or V minus for volume down. And oh, here's a speaker right here. Pretty loud speaker, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on. First, I'm gonna completely shut it off. Now, I'm going to say this. It is rooted because I rooted it, and without any apps installed to help it, without any boosters or anything, it is freaking slow. I mean, it is like one of the slowest devices I've ever tinkled with. Well, not tinkled, but just messed with. That's the normal logo. That's the default standard logo. I do have a custom boot animation, which is the Cyan mod boot animation, and it's going to be like this way. So, see, at first it'll start out super duper slow, and then it'll get fast. The custom or the default boot logo would, if y'all request for the default boot logo, or not logo but animation, then I'll put the link to download in the description. But I don't think that anybody would request it, so I'm not going to be counting on it. Yeah, see how it gets a bit laggy, and it goes on to the lock screen, which is the standard ICS 4.0.4 API Android API lock screen, which you press down on the little unlock cursor right here, and like it shows you your recent apps right here, and on the bottom you can just slide over here to unlock. And well, it's going to be slow right now since I just booted it up, but it's still slow as hell during times when I want to use it. It is not good for web browsing or Skyping. If you try and Skype on it, this specific tablet, like, it looked freaky as heck. I was like drinking a 2-liter, and like whenever I put it down, it showed me, it showed my screen showed me repeating me of drinking my 2-liter and looking at the camera, then drinking my 2-liter and looking at the camera. It was like super duper fast too. So yeah, it's not good for Skyping or web browsing. You go and try and web browse on it. I mean, you can probably do it. It's just gonna be super laggy. Now, on to the yeah. See how? Okay. Now let's plug this USB OTG in. As you can tell, I just said USB is mounted. And when we go to a file manager, see how it's so slow. File manager. Sorry about that. The default file manager is great on here for managing your USB device. Like I said, slow as hell. Oh wow, I'm already at 7 minutes, so this device cannot be any freaking slower. Wow. Finally, anyway, you go to this little icon, and yeah, I'm in my USB device, which is the flash drive. Now, this tablet does create some LNK. Oh, dang it! It does create some LNK files. So, if you want to, create a music folder for your music and stuff like that. Ah, crap. This phone's almost dead, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But if you ever want to create music, a music folder to jam out on your Xbox 360 or photos or videos, do not connect the flash drive to this tablet, like a lot of times, because if you do, it'll create some LNK files. As you can tell, it's created LNKs of all my folders and stuff. And on the Xbox, it will not read your music photos or videos folder if it creates an LNK of it. And if it does create an LNK of it, then you delete the LNK, you go into the folder, you press this top right button up here if you're using this file manager, select all the songs, go to copy, go to back, then go to new folder. Yeah, just create a new folder titled Music 1. And, okay, I'm going to pretend this music folder is Music 1. You go in Music 1, and you press this middle button up here, or corner button up here, and you go to paste, and it pastes it in the new folder. Then you go back and delete the original music folder. Then you rename Music 1 to Music. It's like taking all the music files and putting it into a new folder, because after it's creating LNK, it don't matter if you delete the LNK file, it's still not going to read it. So delete the LNK, create a new folder, move all your music and videos and stuff like that into that new folder, or you can create separate folders and stuff like that. Anyway, okay, let's remove the USB device. USB out. Remove USB storage. Okay, I guess that wraps it up for this this review video. Like I said, very slow. I'm sure there's performance apps out there that could highly increase its performance and speed, stuff like that. Yeah, I am a go.